I have always considered myself a very proud Madison progressive liberal. My name is Kally Bishop. I worked at Madison Metropolitan School District for 14 years. I teach children with learning disabilities. I have never wavered from that commitment to teach special education.
In Madison, one teacher stood out, not just for her skill, but for her heart. Her dedication to children with special needs was unmatched.
I adore my job, and I've been known to say that it's the kind of job that most days I would do it for free. I have always felt that Madison is where we do the heavy lifting. In Madison, it's where we work to lift up all kids.
Kally didn't just do the job, she set the standard.
I've developed such strong relationships with these families that I feel very often, I feel personally invested. Families always have my cell phone number, my personal cell phone number. It is very common for me to receive text messages at any hour of the day or night, weekends, vacations, holidays, and that doesn't matter. I'm always there to answer.
But then, Kally was hit with what's called a surplus, an involuntary transfer. The problem wasn't the transfer itself, but how she was chosen, through a scoring system that ignored her ability as a teacher and instead elevated a vague, subjective criterion called culturally responsive practices.
Around 2021, the system, they did away with relying solely on seniority.
Kally was selected for transfer over a black teacher with much less experience who held only a provisional license. The district appears to be using the new system as a proxy for race discrimination. The board, superintendent, and high-level staff all stated that the change was intended to protect, quote, teachers of color, and the culturally responsive practices factor, which was almost half of Kally's entire score, is heavily race-based, requiring teachers to prioritize students of color over other students. Kally's score in that area came in suspiciously low, just low enough to push her out.
I was giving the second to the lowest possible score. I had messaged my principal and I received no response. The only response that I received was, we followed the criteria. There were no examples given.
Yet Kally received top-tier evaluations. No one ever mentioned a lack of culturally responsive practices. But now it's the alleged reason for her transfer.
In fact, going through all of my more recent evaluation reports, they've stated nothing but incredible things about how I meet the needs of all of these diverse learners. My reviews have been nothing short of glowing, with most of my ratings being in the distinguished category.
It was an eye-opening experience.
What confounds me about the situation that I find myself in is that instead of qualifications, experience, relationships with families, student growth, all of those things that are hallmarks of being an excellent teacher played a back seat.
Now, Kally is saying goodbye to the students and families she's fought for all these years.
To be told that I need to pack it up and I need to leave was a blow that I can't adequately describe using words. I love these students. I love their families. I love my coworkers, and I've built systems that have proven to be successful, that have always worked in the best interests of kids.
That's why the Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty has filed a federal discrimination complaint with the EEOC on Kally's behalf. We're demanding transparency into the district's process and standing up for every teacher who's earned their place through dedication and excellence.